Welcome to another long delayed video on Patreon. This is Tim in Tokyo.
This is Paul in New Hampshire.
Yeah, so we're back. I don't know, things have just been so hectic lately. We've been lucky to get to the bat poles out on time.
Yes, there are all kinds of non-bat related events in our lives. I know that's shocking, but it's true.
But yeah, we're back. We've got TV trivia. I guess this is our 22nd TV trivia video. How can that be?
Huh, wow, that's amazing. So that's not counting all videos that we've done for the Patreon
No, it's
patrons.
just the TV trivia ones.
Okay. Well, my trivia question, I only have one to offer this time. At least I have something to offer, but it's not really about television, although it may be about straight to video. So I guess you could say it's,
Okay.
television trivia. So,
All
and it
right.
is weirdly Batman related, so I'll bring it up whenever you'd
Okay.
like me
Well,
to
go
bring it up.
ahead. Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay. Well, I got curious about whether Adam West had ever appeared in a movie about vampires because, as Batman, it would be following a theme or following a trend. But also, the poor guy did tons of B movies and C minus movies and D plus movies, some straight to videos over the course of his career, right up through the 1990s. Now, what I did was I just plugged in to Google search Adam West and vampire, and I immediately got a movie from 1997, an independent comedy horror film, according to Wikipedia, called American Vampire, also known as An American Vampire Story, for
Okay.
some reason. Don't really know why. I'll read you. I've never seen the film, but I'll read you the description from Wikipedia. Teenager Frankie is left in charge of the family home for a few weeks while his parents are vacationing in Europe. After a day of surfing on the beach, Frankie and his best friend Bogey, apparently played by Humphrey Bogart. No, not really. Yeah, I'd really like to do some surfing with you, but I've got to run my bar in Casablanca. I've never tried to do a impersonation of Humphrey Bogart before, and I never will again. They happen upon a group of sexy bohemian vampires led by Moondoggy, along with his minions Silka and Katrina, and invite them to stay in Frankie's house for a few days in hopes of getting lucky. It's not tawdry enough. Let's try to dig in a little bit further. When Frankie learns that the threesome have some secrets, he enlists the aid of the Big Kahuna, a legendary vampire killer played by Adam West, who teaches Frankie how to solve his vampire problems. And the characters, the Big Kahuna is, of course, Adam West's character's nickname. His real name is Ludwig von Helsingmeister. So he's got von Helsing, the Dracula vampire killer slash locator from the original novel in his name as well. So here was my question, and this may be because you weren't in the U.S. in the 90s, this may be completely lost on you. But my question is, which occasional Playboy model and alleged actress co-starred with Adam West in this possibly made for straight to video film? I have not been able to determine that. I think it was actually released in theaters briefly, but I I suspect it was primarily straight, more or less straight to video. So here are the four possibilities: A, Tia Carrere; B, Tanya Roberts; C, Shannon Tweed; or D, Carmen Electra. Which of these
I think I've heard all of their names before.
infamous alleged actors who appeared in Playboy at least a couple of times apiece?
Say their names again.
A, Tia Carrere; B, Tanya Roberts; C, Shannon Tweed; or D, Carmen Electra.
Tanya Roberts.
No, I'm afraid not. It is, in fact, Carmen Electra.
Okay.
She was probably the biggest of the four names. If you
Yeah.
recall being naked big, or during the 1990s. The thing is, when I looked her up, because I could not remember what she looked like, she's I think she's younger than we are,
I
but
couldn't pick
I'm
any
pretty
of them
sure
out of a
she is.
lineup.
Well, Tia Carrere and Tanya Roberts, I probably could. Shannon Tweed, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. She was married to Hugh Hefner for a while, so that's how. Yeah, and I think she was Playboy Playmate of the Year at one time. But I looked up Carmen Electra, and darned if I could find any photos of her with her clothes on. That was a tough one. So finally, after much searching, I was able to find a image of her clothed. But I don't know. We probably don't care to post it. But anyway, another brush with greatness for her. That is, she brushed elbows with Adam West. I'm not going to say it was his brush with greatness because Carmen Electra.
Okay. All right. Well, I have 4 questions.
Okay.
First of all, which TV show co-stars were born on the exact same day? A.
Yeah, same year and all.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. A. Meredith Baxter and Michael Gross on Family Ties. B. Mary Tyler Moore and Valerie Harper on the Mary Tyler Moore Show. C. Cindy Williams and Michael McKean on Laverne and Shirley. Or D. Robin Williams and Pam Dauber on Mork and Mindy.
Well, I'm going partly by instinct and partly by probably a false memory that I'd heard something like this before, but I'm going to say Valerie Harper and Mary Tyler Moore.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they were born 3 years apart.
Okay. Was Mary Tyler Moore the older of the two?
Right. She was born in 36 and Valerie Harper in 39.
Okay. The Family Ties couple?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they were both born June 21st, 1947.
Wow.
Now, the other 2 pairs that I mentioned were born in the same year. Cindy Williams and Michael McKean, both born in 1947. Robin Williams and Pam Dauber, both born in 1951.
Okay.
But not the same date.
Got it.
Okay, so this next one was submitted by Chris Kavanaugh, who,
Yeah, Chris,
if no
thanks.
one else, we know he's watching this.
Hip hip hooray. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. This 70s TV wife charted on Cashbox at number 95 and peaked at 105 on Billboard with a song called The Flower Children in 1967. Was it A, Gloria Engel from the Mary Tyler Moore Show, B, Suzanne Plachette from the Bob Newhart Show, C, Marcia Strassman from Welcome Back, Kotter, or D, Sally Struthers from All in the Family?
Who was the first one again? Oh,
George Engel.
Georgette.
Yeah.
Marcia Strassman?
Yep. That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
C, Marcia Strassman. Yeah, she was Julie Cotter. Now, Chris originally sent me this question last May. He didn't actually provide the answer. So at that time, I dug in and I found the answer and then went down a Marcia Strassman rabbit hole and found that she had had a bit part on the Patty Duke Show, along with several other people who subsequently became famous. And that got me interested in watching the Patty Duke Show, which I've been doing. I'm most of the way through season 1 now, just watching one a week. And then I completely spaced off the question. So the effect was to make me watch the Patty Duke Show rather than to use the question in our trivia quiz until I got another email from Chris saying, "Hey, I thought you might use my question." And I said, "What question?" Sorry about that, Chris.
The interior of the rabbit hole by then.
Yeah, sorry about that. So, yeah, there it is. We used it.
That's funny. No, Marcia Strassman not only appeared on Welcome Back, Kotter, she was in the first two Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movies,
Oh,
wasn't she?
really? I don't know. I never saw them.
I believe so. And yeah, I saw them with my son a couple of years ago, and I think she passed away.
Yes.
I think
Yeah. She's
maybe a decade ago or more.
right.
Yeah, too bad. I always thought she was kind of cute when I was like
Oh, yeah.
9. Hmm.
So let's go back to that point about the Patty Duke show.
I knew we were coming back to Patty Duke somehow.
Which of the following people who would become famous later did not appear on the Patty Duke show? A. Kim Carnes. B. Charles Nelson Riley. C. Bob Crane. D. James Brolin.
Wow. Gosh. So Charles Nelson Riley, Bob Crane.
Kim Carnes and James
Okay.
Brolin.
Charles Nelson Riley.
No, he was on. He played a coach at the high school.
Okay. Bob Crane.
That's right. Yeah, he was not on Patty Duke.
Okay. Well, he was on Dick Van Dyke.
Hmm.
At one point. So, it was kind of he was an outlier, but for some reason he just seemed like a possibility.
Kim Carnes was kind of banging around in the background for a long time before she got on the charts. We mentioned in our Moving with Nancy podcast that Kim Carnes had recorded that Sugar Bears record, from the cereal box.
Ah, yes, Feather Balloon.
Right. So yeah, she was on Patty Duke, about a decade before that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Was she part of a music? Was she part of a group at any time?
the Sugar Bears,
Well,
probably. I mean, usually solo artists started out in a band, even if you'd never heard of the band.
well, of course. I just wondered if she was part of some vocal band or something. But yeah, well, at least we know that she was, she hit the top of the back of the cereal box charts with Feather Balloon. Super Sugar Crisp, now known as Super Honey Crisp or just Crisp. I don't know. But they've taken sugar out of the names
Right.
of most breakfast cereals.
Still
in the
plenty of
US
sugar
now.
in them, just
Oh, yeah.
they don't advertise it anymore.
What was the cereal in the Calvin and Hobbes strip?
Oh,
It's
something
like
like
sugar-coated chocolate bombs or something.
maybe something like that. Yeah.
Makes kids run around. It's on the box.
And my last question is about Bob Crane.
Ah,
Hogan's Heroes was not the first sitcom for which he was a part of the regular cast. Which show did he first appear on regularly? A. The Donna Reed Show. B. My Favorite Martian. C. The Farmer's Daughter. D. The Bill Dana Show.
never heard of The Farmer's Daughter, so I'm going to go with that one.
No, that's not the one he was on.
Well, I'm going to eliminate My Favorite Martian. That's not the one, is it?
It's not.
Okay. And what are the other two options here? The Bill Dana
Bill
Show
Dana or
and
Donna Reed.
Donna Reed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Donna Reed Show debuted in 1958. Crane joined the cast in 1963 after Donna Reed saw him on the Dick Van Dyke Show and offered him a guest spot on her show, which then became a regular, recurring role. I didn't watch a whole episode, but I watched bits and pieces, and I guess the Donna Reed character's husband was a doctor, and
Yes.
Bob
Pediatrician, right?
maybe I didn't watch enough to know, but Bob Crane was another doctor. Maybe they
okay.
worked together, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And so he first came on in the spring of '63 and continued to appear on the show through December of '64.
Okay.
And then Hogan's Heroes debuted in September of '65.
Okay, okay. So was he sort of like a wacky neighbor, as well as another doctor, or
Well, yeah, from what I watched, he did seem a little on the wacky side.
it's interesting that he often played, at least, well, not often, but at least in Dick Van Dyke, he played kind of a wacky, hinges off character as
Mm.
well. But he wound up being pretty good at being, kind of a leader figure on Hogan's Heroes. He
Right,
was not
yeah.
goofy.
Hogan
I
is
mean,
not
he
wacky.
yeah, well, he was not wacky. He certainly knew how to, mess up Clink with wordplay and, leading him on and everything. And those were, but of course, he was a straight man to Werner Klemperer in that case.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Interesting, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So there's our TV trivia quiz. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to get back on our every 2 week schedule, especially since it looks like I'm going to be moving pretty soon, and
Hmm.
I might be having to temporarily cut back on stuff so I can have time to pack.
Do you have to hire a mover to take your stuff over? Or are you going to get the kids to help you? Or
Probably a mover. But
okay.
anyway, thanks for watching.
Oh, I didn't realize we were still
Yeah, we
on.
didn't officially sign off, so thank you for watching.
What's your favorite chewing gum, Tim? I'm just coming up with other stuff to talk about that has nothing to do with with this podcast.